Welcome back to Grassroots Media. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Terry's Flooring Sam Broyles Show, where we cover everything on the hardwood with the Chuckey-Doak Black Knights basketball team. As always, I'm joined here with head coach Sam Broyles. Coach,
hey,
how we doing this afternoon?
Doing good.
Still cold outside.
Oh my goodness!
And it's going to get even colder.
It feels colder.
I know.
I wouldn't let you in.
There's still ice on the ground right outside too.
Yeah, there's snow there. Well, they say after 3 days, if it's still there, there's more to come. Isn't there an old saying like that?
There might be, but we're getting a cold front soon.
I don't think you've heard of that.
I probably hadn't.
I'm saying it's true.
It might be true because it's supposed to get really chilly again. Have you seen the temperatures Tuesday and Wednesday next week?
Maybe, I don't, but it's supposed to warm up enough to rain.
Is it really?
Rain Friday, possibly, or Saturday. I believe it's Saturday the rain's supposed to come, and then maybe snow Sunday.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What kind of
But
weather
you know,
do we
Monday's a
have?
holiday anyway.
Yeah, with MLK Day.
Yeah,
Odd weather all around.
it is. Cold.
But with basketball, you've had 2 games since the last time we've sat down and talked. We've had Cloudland and Johnson County. You had one with Cedarview Christian that was originally scheduled for Saturday, but of course with all the snow, that game's being postponed to a later date. And the only 2 that you've played were Cloudland and Johnson County. Played Cloudland here at home, picked up a win. I believe we sat down last Tuesday and talked before that game. And you picked up a win that night and then traveled to Johnson County and took a loss in that game. So take me through both of those games since the last time we sat down and talked.
You know, defensively won the game for us against Cloudland, and you know we were playing good. We played Cherokee good. We lost down there. You know, then you have those long layoffs, and you know it seemed like you was talking about the Cedarview game. We went how many? What 7, 8, 8 nights in a row before we played Johnson County, and then you got put in the long trip, and you know we never showed up that game, and you know. That's about as bad as we can play. We played 1 quarter like that against another homeschool team against Happy Valley when we were down 20-2. And when you play like that against Johnson County on their home floor, the way they can shoot the ball, that's the best I've seen them shoot in a while. If they continue to shoot like that, they'll be a hard team to beat for anybody. But we come out flat. And, you know, I don't know if it's the layoff, if it's just us. You know, you wonder about all these things. Perfect storm is what it turned into. You know, not in a good way for us at all.
And you didn't have school that day either, and sometimes that's a struggle playing a game where you don't have school because you don't know what the kids have been doing all day and things like that. And it's kind of a weird time because you start the month of January where you have those first few days off with Christmas break still, and then you had the snow that you couldn't plan for and you get days off. Now you're going to have MLK Day off on Monday. So January's been one of those weird months where so far, you've not been able to have a consistent schedule, it seems.
No, and you know, we had to play South Greene Tuesday.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's another holiday that we'll have to try to practice because, you know, you've got to try to get ready for South Greene because you've only got that 1 day because of the weekend before you turn around and play them. And we got a Hampton that week, too. So
yeah, it's a big week.
That's not an easy weekend by any means.
And then let's go back to the Cloudland game a little bit and talk about that. I believe the final score in that one was 55-38, and you talk about your defense winning you the game in that one, holding them to less than 40 points, which is an average of single digits in each quarter. So talk about what you liked seeing defensively in that game and what helped you come out with the win on your home court.
You know, whenever we play defense like that, and we've told these boys, it gives us a chance to win. You know, you hold teams anywhere from 60 below, I feel like we've got an opportunity. You know, and we did Cloudland that way. It seemed like it snowballed, you know, on them, so to speak, as the game went along. But, you know, it helps too when you're scoring. It helps the defense as far as turnovers. It becomes instant offense too. So I think, you know, being able to score has a lot to do with the way we play defense.
And, of course, going forward, you had that long layoff, and then Johnson County, and you've got a little bit of a layoff, too. Only 3 days this time before you go into the West Greene game on Friday night, which is, of course, you'll be seeing this premiere on Friday, and then later on tonight is when the game will be played. So we'll take a break first before we talk about that, though. We need to get a word in from our sponsors first. So we'll be right back to talk about that West Greene later tonight and the South Greene game next week here on Grassroots Media.
At Corner Pond, the friendly and knowledgeable staff has the experience necessary to help you out regardless the need. Have an item of value you'd like to pawn or sell? Corner Pond can help. They pawn numerous items of value, including firearms, tools, ammunition, silver, coins, and much more. When you walk through their doors, you'll find well-stocked shelves full of electronics, gaming systems, fishing and hunting equipment, car audio and accessories. And don't forget about the room full of guitars and basses and amplifiers, or their outside lawn and garden equipment. Corner Pawn is a case knife dealer and carries numerous used knives as well. Stop by and let the friendly staff at Corner Pawn help you today at 432 East Bernard Avenue, Greenville, Tennessee.
Pizza Inn offers contactless buffet to go with JoJo's Family Feast or anything on our menu for carryout. We also honor birthday parties and cater to businesses and large events. We make it easy. Call us today. Pizza Inn Greenville.
Welcome back to Grassroots Media, and welcome back to this week's edition of the Terry's Flooring Sam Broyles Show, where we cover everything on the court with the Chuckey-Doak Black Knights basketball team. As always, I'm joined here with head coach Sam Broyles. So you've got two county games back-to-back that also double as two conference games. You've got West Greene and you've got South Greene. Of course, West Greene here at home on Friday night, the night that this will premiere. And then South Greene, you go there on, or actually you go to West Greene on Friday, and then South Greene comes here on Tuesday. So you got two very important games coming up.
West Greene here.
Yeah, looking for those first one or two conference wins. So tell me kind of what you expect going into both of those games.
Oh, good. West Greene, I mean, they're big this year. The Lehman's kids are really playing well. They got a freshman that's 6'4" that's playing well for them. Last name Shelton, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, even McCamey has grown some. I saw posting up. West Greene's got a good team. The Weiscover kids really helped their ball handling as far as taking, you know, look how well they played South Greene. I think third quarter might have been the difference in that
Third
game.
quarter was the difference, yeah.
We're expected to bring their A game, and it's at West Greene. You know, they've already upset, North Greene at home,
Mm-hmm.
first win in forever. So we know that it's going to be an uphill battle. But hopefully our boys, it being a county game, let's be ready for that county game and take it to them, you know.
And then going into the South Greene game also, you get that one here at home, the first two games with South Greene this year, which has been one of the better rivalries in the district the last few years. It's been you two at the top that have been battling for it. You've kind of split the games some years. You've even split them in the wrong places. You would win there and they would win here, and vice versa. Maybe one year each team would win at their home locations. And it usually always comes down to those two teams, so it's been one of the more fun rivalries to watch for the last 2 years, and you get to renew it this year with the first game being here at home. So when you take on the Rebels on Tuesday night, what can you expect?
Well, you're not sure who's going to play first, but South Greene has been, you know, having to play without, I believe, Jace and Fillers.
Yeah.
So those other guys are getting valuable experience. So I don't see them missing a beat. And our luck, they'll be there. They'll be ready to play. But no, really, I hope they are, because who wants to go out their senior year or Jason's senior year and not be able to perform and give his team all he can? We know how special he is for South Greene. He's a winner. I mean, he's proven that. But at the same time, we've got to be ready whether he's playing or not, whether Fillers or Chandler, whoever. They're so big, too. I mean, South Greene across the board, 6'8"?
So, yeah, it's been one of those teams.
6'4", 6'6".
Last 4 years, or last three for sure, they've had a lot of height, and it seems like they just keep
I could match them
bringing
in the
one
past.
Yeah.
So now we've got to figure out ways to do that where we're not as tall. They're going to be the taller team. So that's going to be a struggle for our boys, but I know them. They want South Greene, and they'll give it everything they've got.
And it's the right time, too, to kind of present a challenge to the boys and maybe get things right going forward, because 0-3 right now in the conference, looking for that first win, maybe first 2 wins, because you've got West Greene and South Greene, 2 county games, and the kids always get up for county games. They're more exciting. They're playing against people that they may play travel ball and AAU with. They may have grown up with them and went to the same elementary or middle schools together, and now they get to play each other on courts in a real regulated game. So it's exciting for them. It's exciting for the county, and I know for those kids, they kind of get a little more amped up when they play county teams.
And they do, and the biggest thing for us is experience. It's going to be their first West Greene game at West
That's true.
Greene. People don't realize that about this team, how young they are. Just like when South Greene at home, you think just because it's at home. Yes, it's South Greene, it's at home, but these boys, they ain't been in that type of battle. So that's the thing I want to see them grow, get better. Just because whether you win or lose that first time, you got to turn around and play them again in a week or so. So you got to fix what you can, whatever you win or lose, whatever we need to do.
And it's crazy how quickly the season's winding down, too. We talked about it last week, how after last week's slate of games, I think you've got 10 games left now, and a lot of them are conference games. And we said it last week, every week from here on out is going to be a big week, and there's not much of a bigger week than when you've got 2 county games back-to-back with West Greene and South Greene. Hopefully the next time we can sit down, we can talk about some winning basketball with Chuckey-Doak. But until next time, Coach, once again, I appreciate you sitting down with me. Got to talk about college football.
Texas, you were right. They were there. They had their opportunities, and down there on the 1-yard line, the way as good as their offense has been all year, I would have thought they'd have scored. No doubt in my mind, especially with their offensive coordinator, head coach.
The way the game had been going, too, it felt like it was going to be one of those classic finishes. Texas scores, and then you have it coming down to the wire, going to overtime. But
why not bring Manning in that situation? They
I
did
was
it
asking
earlier
the same
just
thing.
to get a first down. There's no way I'd have let him run it.
I was asking the same thing.
But
And then you look at the Notre Dame-Penn State game. You got Notre Dame in the championship again. That's crazy. I don't think anybody
Penn State
expected
should have
that.
won that game.
Penn State should have won that
What
game.
are they doing throwing it?
Throwing a cry, I don't know. That's one of those you need to just throw away and live to fight another day.
I feel sorry for those offensive coordinators or head coaches. They were made the call on both games, the Texas game and the Penn State game, because you don't want it to be on the player. The coach is the one that made the decision.
Yeah.
He probably shouldn't have thrown it, but that's what they called and that's what they went with. And you hate it because Penn State was so close and so was Texas.
And football comes down to maybe 3 or 4 plays that define and change the game, and you don't know when they're going to happen.
I have to give it to you. You're right on Texas. They're the only team that I felt like that, or I didn't feel like you did, that had enough talent to beat Ohio State.
They had enough talent to stay toe-to-toe with them. They don't. And that's why I think it's not going to be a pretty game on Monday.
You never know, but Texas, you're right.
I would like to see Notre Dame play toe-to-toe with them, but I just don't know. They've got the right coach, though. If there was a coach that may be able –
the championship game was the Texas-Ohio State
That's what it felt
game.
like. It really felt that way on Friday night when everybody was watching it. But that's why you play the games, though. Maybe Ohio State pulls – or maybe Notre Dame pulls off a big upset over Ohio
Luck
State.
of the Irish.
Yeah, look at it. They need all the luck they can get because it's been – since 1988, the last time they've won a national championship. So
It don't seem possible, does it?
it's been a long,
Lou
long
Holtz.
time. I know, 37 years.
37 years.
Since Notre Dame has
They're
won a
about as bad as the
championship.
Cowboys. then.
Not quite, but almost. It's been mid-90s, yeah. They don't look like they're getting one anytime soon, but hey, they got a head coaching search going on. That'll be interesting.
Just bring Dion, let's trade Dak and get Dion's son, and let's go with it.
I don't much like Shadur, but I don't much like Dak either, so I don't know who the better one is. But maybe if you have his dad coaching him, I don't know, maybe it'll help him out some. He's been around him his whole life, so for
They
anybody
need
that
to
knows
change.
him, they do.
Anything's got to be better than the present.
Yep, because they're not – last year was their best shot to do something. They squandered it in that playoff game against Green Bay, but it's interesting. This is an interesting time. Of course, you got the playoffs going on, but for some teams, you're looking for a new head coach and such. So we'll see who the Cowboys get. You feel like they get Dion? That's who I kind of lean toward at the moment.
With Jerry Jones, as soon as you think something,
got a
He
point.
does what? He may be the head coach. Who knows next year?
He may be. He may just go down there and call the. He may call him from up in his $1 million suite up there.
Wouldn't surprise me.
It wouldn't surprise me at all. He's everything in between except the head coach, CEO, president, owner, everything.
Dion may not want to fool with him.
He may not want to either. I wouldn't want to. But, Coach, that's all we've got today. Once again, thank you for sitting down with me. Thank you all for watching this week's edition of the Terry's Flooring Sam Broyles Show. Look forward to seeing you next time here on Grassroots Media.